It's Wednesday, 7th of March. Wherever you may be in this wide brown land, my hometown of Melbourne or
Adelaide, Millswood,
Brisbane,
Bathurst,
Geelong, wherever you are, perhaps you are on planet catch-up like we are. A planet with a personality all of her own, whether it be warm and funny like our friend Zoe, wise and witty like Grandma Mary Moody, or deliciously unpredictable and deliriously exciting like not me, Lisa Oldfield. Look, Lisa is in the papers today. I think she's in the papers all around the country. I did a lot of drugs. The MP's wife, says Lisa Oldfield. Lisa,
she's not talking Panadol.
No, and that MP is in the audience. But no, I was in two minds about that. You know, I sort of thought, should I engage my brain before I engage my mouth? But
never do that. Never do that. It's too exciting.
No, to be a first time.
But it was something that it was really important to me because people talk about recreational drugs like they're something that, you know, don't have long-term effects, whereas they are really dangerous. They are soul-destroying, family-destroying drugs. And I just think it's important to hear from someone who's been through that.
Well, Tony Trimmingham, who lost his son, actually, to heroin, will be joining us later in the program to talk to us about the effects that drugs have on family.
How did your family cope?
And I was going to say exactly what causes people, when you go backwards in time, can you actually pinpoint emotionally what it is that makes you turn to drugs more than just for fun?
You know, and I actually feel really selfish saying this. There wasn't anything in my life that made me unhappy. It was just, I guess, being exposed to it and being too stupid to say no.
Constantly.
So were you still at school when you
No. And look, and so I need to make this clear. I wasn't at home. I'd left home. I was living out of home, which made it very easy to hide from my parents because my parents are so wonderfully supportive. And I think I mentioned yesterday that, you know, it caused such incredible depression. My mother was fantastic. I never told her because I love her so much and I didn't want her to be ashamed of me.
But was it every day, Lise?
In the end it was.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, you know, it initially started with, you know, maybe an ecstasy pill when we went out to being so reliant on cocaine to get up in the morning and do things that were so incredibly stupid, like to go to the gym because I didn't have the energy. And I would find myself rolled up in a ball crying and thinking, why am I so depressed when I have so much going for me? And it was just the fact that, it had chemically destroyed my brain.
How did you stop? Yeah, how was it difficult stopping?
Well, it's thanks to that man there, David Oldfield.
David, lifesaver.
I knew that I had a problem and I desperately wanted to get off it. I was on a lot of antidepressants and I remember the doctor saying to me, Lisa, if you are going to continue to do this and take antidepressants, it's like driving with the handbrake on.
Yeah,
so
right.
I wanted to do it, but I think, David made me feel so good about myself and gave me so much self-esteem, which should be missing.
David.
There he is.
So I really, and like I said, if I hadn't met David, I think I'd be dead.
There you go.
He's got his poker face on in the audience, not giving anything away.
You've done something good for the world, David. I think David's made up for Pauline Hanson.
You know what was interesting?
No, I meant that with love. I meant that with love. It's lovely to see the influence.
But I really want to thank you guys for being so supportive too and not judging me. And I mean, all of you came and spoke to me afterwards. And
you took us by surprise. I mean, we do tend to think of you as being fairly straight.
I've reinvented myself, but I was a very
So that's why we
silly
didn't ask
girl.
you any questions yesterday. We were fairly gobsmacked.
But it's also really good. I had a conversation and it was completely unrelated yesterday. I was talking about when you put your name down at kids at different schools for your children.
What, and they ask if you've done cocaine?
No, I was talking to a 14-year-old girl that I know and she said, don't put her name down at this particular school because they do cocaine there. And I was like, oh my God, but it's great.
That they're
and you
aware.
were really brave to open up the conversation. And it's like Manon asking me about sex. And I was being a big drama queen talking to my mum about it. And she said, she's just a daughter trying to have a conversation with her mother. So, talk to your kids about it, find out what's going on and open the conversation because you never know. They might try it once, but you want to talk about it.
The Elizabeth, the sleep whisperer, she came last night to help with night 3 of the baby sleep program, which I have to say is just kind of extraordinary. But she commented to me on discussing sex with Manon. She said that she could never, she didn't feel like she could actually say to her daughter,